Hey everybody, it's Glenn Ackerman, Energy Awareness Training, coming to you from a beautiful location, one of my second homes, which is the Earth Cafe on West Hollywood on Melrose, the world-famous Melrose Avenue. I'm in one of my favorite corners where we have the fountain in the back, and I'm right behind these tall palm trees that go all the way up to the sky. You can see them. At any rate, today I want to talk to you about something very important, and this is why I'm doing a Facebook Live right in the middle of the week on a Wednesday. So if you've been following my posts, you know that there are certain times of the year that have certain characteristics, just like the weather. Some days it's sunny, some days it's rainy, and that has an effect on your life. It has an effect on your activities, and it has an effect on your plans. You know, you look outside and it's a sunny day. You got options. You can go to the beach, you can go out to a sidewalk cafe, you can walk around. You know, sky's the limit. However, if it's cold or if it's rainy or if it's storming, you're limited. You can't go out and do whatever you want because of the conditions won't allow. It's the same thing with your energy. Our energies are constantly changing, and they're constantly moving in a secular fashion. How do you like that? Secular, which means cycle, moves in a cycle. So just like we have a day, the energy composed of a day, early morning, mid-morning, late morning, noon, afternoon, mid-afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, mid-evening, late evening, midnight, all the way down from nighttime into the morning, etc. And as you notice, there's a different feeling. There's a different feeling from, 6 a.m. in the morning to 12 noon. There's a different feeling from 5 o'clock in the afternoon versus noon. There's a different feeling from 5 o'clock to around 8 o'clock at night, etc. It's different energy between 8 o'clock, between the time you're going to go to bed. So this is what energy awareness is all about. Energy awareness is about the ability to tap into what's happening all around you. See, this is the genius. You wonder why I'm so excited about teaching energy awareness training, because this is like having a X-ray vision to a whole nother level, a whole nother dimension of living in reality. And if you're aware of it, you can use it to create opportunity for yourself. You can use it to enhance what you're doing. You can use it to be more. You can use it to do more. You can use it to have more. And it just gives you an advantage over people who don't. So, if somebody says, oh, the weather, what's the big deal? I don't care. Well, you don't think it affects you? It sure does. How about times of the month? There's a difference between the beginning of the month, mid-month, and especially the end of the month. You notice the difference in energies between the beginning of the month, first week or two, and then the end of the month. There's it's the end of the month. First of the month's coming up. Different energies. And in energy awareness training, what we teach you how to do is to be able to use all these energetic factors for your advantage, for you to be happier, for you to create more abundance and joy, but more, or just as importantly, to avoid the traps and to avoid the illusions that come our way that fool us and cause us to make decisions that sometimes aren't in our best interests. So this time of year, especially in late September, October, especially for this year, this is a very positive time. And I just want to alert you, this is an energy alert, that this is a very positive time for you to be in high vibrational energy, because energetically speaking, it's a sunny day. The energies are open. You notice like a month or two ago, man, the energy was just, there's all kinds of chaos going on and wars and that you could feel the energy was static. So many people are going, oh my gosh, what craziness. I think it was around, late August, early September. There's just, you could feel that, the thickness of the energy. That because there are energy patterns that were taking place. Now I study these, so I'm aware of this, of how the energies work. So I just want to give you an alert now that these days, October 1st moving into October 9th, this is a great time of year. This is a great time to start things. This is a great time to open a new channel, to learn something new, to create a business, to start a relationship. And what that means is that the energies are in alignment. They are in high vibration energy. They are enhancing. They are moving us forward. So these are what I call energy zones. And it's important in energy awareness training, we study energy zones. And they're energy zones that are external, and they're energy zones that are internal. So today I'm talking about the energy zones that are external. And in this world, trying to condense it here, there's an opening, there's a downpouring, there's kind of like the wind at your back kind of feeling. And this is a great time, and all the spiritual traditions talk about this. You know, for some spiritual traditions, the new year starts this week. This new energy coming in creates in the Hebrew calendar a whole new year. So they start the new year right now. And in any time of beginning, the energy is fantastic. The energy of a new morning, it's great. The energy of a new relationship, the energy. How about a newborn baby? That's all high vibration energy. That's the stuff that we want. And that energy, that feeling, that's sensation is available here, culminating in next Wednesday, October 9th, which is a huge, huge downpouring of high vibrational energy. Now, what we do in energy awareness training is every day we identify how the energies work. So we look inside ourselves and we were able to distinguish of all the energies floating around that there are two categories. There's the high vibration energy, happiness, joy, peace, abundance, love, blessings, goodness, the energy that we want. And this is the time where there's an abundance of that energy here in the world. And then there's the energy that we don't want, which is low vibration energy, which is darkness, doubt, fear, worry, anxiety, lack, all that stuff. We don't want that energy. But that energy is a constant, and it's something that we have to deal with when you live on planet Earth, because this is the planet of duality. And duality is a really important concept to understand, that whatever we're doing, there's an opposite or polar effect. So it's daytime, soon it's going to be nighttime. Things go up, things go down. Things go in, things go out. There's male, there's a female, there's a right, there's a left, there's a tide goes in, the tide goes out, etc. So as long as you understand how that works, you can take advantage of it when the energy's on your side and working for you. And this is what I want to announce, is that energy alert, that this particular week is very powerful, probably the most powerful week of the year to connect to high vibrational energy. And you can do that if you're an energy awareness training student. You can do that with the methods that we show you, which I call the energetic platform, to be able to draw down from above, but both, and not just from above, but internally, to create more high vibration energy. And you can do that for the whole year. Some of the wisdom traditions teach that the energy connections that you make this week can affect you for the whole year. Whoa, how cool is that? Well, again, it's not about belief. You can say, oh, I believe it, I don't believe it. It's energy. And this is my forte, this is my expertise in being able to be energetically aware. I've been teaching this for years, and the explanation on how all this works takes longer than you or I have time. Maybe I'll do that one day. But I just want to give you an energetic alert now and give you some really cool tips. Now, I've got some people who are joining me, and I just want to shout out and say hi to them. So I've got Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Mundo, RB, Matt, Johnny G, Gus, how you doing? Tatiana. And the first question is, why why do you think this applies to everyone? We're all different parts of the earth. And Tatiana, that's a great question. Well, it applies to everybody because everybody has a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday somewhere, everywhere on planet Earth. It might be Wednesday at different times, but it's still Wednesday. So, and the sun still comes up everywhere on planet Earth, no matter where you are. So yeah, there's even though it's daytime here, might be nighttime in China or in Australia, etc. But the principles still work. The principles of how the energies work and how the planets work, it's still applicable. So one of the things I want to mention too, if you would, all you guys joining, if you could just do a shout out and just say hi, tell me where you're from, or just give me a word of encouragement or a challenge or a question, whatever, on the chat, that's great, because that helps me reach more people and has this be an interactive thing with everyone. So it's not just me talking. I want to answer any questions that you have or anything to help you understand. This is going to be a short one because I just have a couple of points to make, but it's exciting. It's fun. I'm in a great location. Love these trees, huh? I'm in the tropics. Okay, another question. Here we go. So, again, Tatiana, that answers the question. These days, whether it's the 9th, wherever you are, it's October 2nd here, and it's going to be October 2nd wherever you're talking to me from. So use this and apply how it works. Just use the energy for you. I'm not trying to convince anyone, I don't try to convince anybody about energy, because if you can see it or you can't see it, you can feel energy right now, right here. So for the people who have been following my work and following my broadcasts, I just want to give you a special alert. So let's continue on. So this time is where there's enormous high vibration in the world. Enormous. It's like vacation time. When you go on vacation, there's an energy you get, like, yeah, I'm on vacation. I'm going to someplace beautiful. I don't have to work. I can relax. Everything. That's a metaphor for how the energies work. It's like it's all good. Now, does that mean that nothing bad's going to happen? God forbid. Does that mean you're guaranteed nothing? No. It's a tendency. It's where the energy's moving. Does that mean if it's a sunny day that you can't experience negativity? No. Doesn't mean that. It just means, though, you're going to experience less of it, or the tendency, you're going to experience less negativity and more positivity on a sunny day than you will if it's raining or storming or you're trapped indoors. It's the tendencies. It's the trends. That's what we're talking about. Okay? Now, here's the point I want to make today. Hopefully, you have a spiritual practice. I encourage everybody to learn energy awareness training, because this is the state-of-the-art learning and understanding how energy works, how the energy works in your body, how the energy works out in the cosmos, everything. And this is I specialize this, and I have 10 levels of training, because everything that we're dealing with is energy. Your work is your energy. Your relationship is your energy. Your health is your energy. Your relationships with your family is energy. It's all energy. Now, when you recognize that, then the next step is well, everything's energy, Glenn. So what? I remember your 7th grade teacher told you everything is energy, molecules in motion. Great. What does that mean for me? Here's what it means for you. When you're energetically aware, you tap into the consciousness that Nikola Tesla had when he said, if you really want to understand the mysteries of this life, then you'll start to look at things in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So what he was saying is that there are characteristics of energy, okay? And in my work, I make the distinction that energy has a power, a purpose, frequency, a direction, and it gives off information. So whether it's a relationship, whether it's an investment, whether it's a place to live, whether it's a restaurant you want to go to dinner, whatever it is, you're still going to have to make a decision. Is this good for me? Is this not good for me? Is this something I want? Is this something I don't want? And all the mistakes that we've made in the decisions that we've made, all those decisions that were wrong were because we didn't see the total energetic impact. Maybe it's a relationship that you had, somebody that you dated that in the beginning it looked great, it looked good on paper, but down the way it changed or it shifted and you go, oh, I didn't see that. Or maybe you bought a property or a house or moved into a place and you moved in and you didn't see that there was mold in the bathroom. Hey, I didn't see that. I didn't like that. Well, energy awareness training teaches you how to be able to read energies. And this is the most priceless thing you learn when you're energetically aware, which is to make the decision before you get involved. In other words, to be able to see the energies of a relationship or an investment or a training course or whatever before you do it, not after, before. That's where the power is. And when you're energetically aware, it's like being like Sherlock Holmes. There are clues everywhere, clues on what to do and the right way to go and the wrong way to go. And so much of my training is about being able to recognize the energetic patterns, because every energy has a pattern to it. And it will tell you, if you're energetically aware, what's going to happen, or at least the tendency. I'm not saying, you know what's going to happen with everything. The tendency, though, the percentages, 7 to 8 out of 10 times, you know where the thing's headed. Okay? All right. So what I want to, let me see hi to a few more people who have come on. Cool. Arlene. Hi, Arlene. Good to see you. Glad you're feeling better. Love your post, James. Beautiful. Love you guys. Okay. So again, what I'm talking about here is an energy zone, which is a time where there's high vibration, positive energy out in the world, and for you to take advantage of it. Now, again, many wisdom traditions, spiritual or philosophical, teach that what you do this week sets up your energy for the whole year. And that's my experience. So I'll tell you what I'm doing as somebody who's pretty well schooled in how energy works. We have 7 days until next Wednesday. And the wisdom tradition teaches this is the time for you to step up and put in the program of the way you want things to be. So, for example, on a Wednesday, every day is a frame of energy. So how do you want to program your energy to be for the next year? Well, how about you get out of bed with purpose, with strength, with absolute certainty, with pure positivity, knowing that it's going to be a great day. I know you don't do that all the time unless you're one of my students, but hey, this is the time for you to be at your absolute best. How about making sure you get the right amount of exercise, hitting the gym? How about being aware, being on top of your diet and the way you eat? How about making the extra effort in your relationships, whether it's your spouse or your children or your friends? How about going the extra level, the extra mile, the extra level to be the best that you can be just for this week? Because that's going to set the paradigm. It's going to mold the process to keep an energetic momentum going for the whole year. Now, I tested this. I just didn't take things from hearsay. I tested this many, many, many times, and I found out that it's true. I found out that understanding how energy works is that whatever we put out creates movement, creates a momentum. So this is our time to be able to create momentum. So for this week, today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, up to next Wednesday, I want to encourage you, if you were getting paid $1,000 for every good thing you did, for doing what you need to do, what you know you need to do, what you know is good for you, let's go for it this week because it's going to pay dividends. So what would be good after this video is to write down what are the things that you want to improve. What are the behaviors that you need to expand, that you need to put some extra effort in? It's the extra effort that's going to really make the difference this year. You know, sometimes we let ourselves slide. Like if it's time to go to the gym and we're like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. No, you know, like, how about, whoa, time to work out? Let's go. No fooling around, no wishy-washy, because you don't want to be wishy-washy this year. You want to move through this next phase with power, with purpose, with certainty. You want to get things done. So how about either today or tomorrow, you're looking at your to-do list and you're thinking, no. That's not how you want the blueprint. You want the blueprint you want is something needs to be done. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's tackle the tough stuff first. Let's do it. Let's move through it. Maybe I need to put more effort into my relationship. Great. Let me be more kinder. Let me do something nice for them. Let me go out of my way. In other words, we want to get rid of all the inertia. We want to get rid of all the resistance. This is the time to shine. These next 7 days are the time to shine, to us to be our very best, to get off our duff and go, whoa. If I'm really creating the energy going into the next year, to the next 12 months, what's the energy that I want to be in? Do I want, and first of all, what's the energy that I don't want to be in that I'm in right now? Procrastination, resistance, feeling heavy, tired, stuck. Boom. You want to dump that and go, hey, if I need a reason to be exemplary, if I need a reason to be at my best, this is it. I can set the next 7 days up and be on my best behavior, be as productive as I want to be as healthy as I want to be as loving as I want to be. And this is the blueprint that sets you up for the next 12 months. And what's a month? A month energetically is a time between when the moon waxes and the moon wanes. In other words, when the moon's going down and when the moon's going up. And that has an effect on the earth. It's not a superstition. We know that the moon affects the tides. And we know that since we're, 90% water? So we know if the moon affects the tides, it's going to affect us too. It's going to affect the moisture in our bodies. So what's going to take place in the next Wednesday is probably the highest day of the download of energy. Many different wisdom and faith traditions celebrate or observe this particular day. In the Hebrew calendar, it's called Yom Kippur. And what it is simply a day to connect to enormous energies on that day. And that particular day, it's encouraged to fast. It's encouraged to kind of take the day off of work if you can. If you can't, you can't. But that's the one day where you just want to the storehouses of energy are open, and you just want to absorb as much positivity, as much happiness as you can, and hopefully do that with people who are high vibration energy people also. I know I do that here in my community here in Los Angeles. But wherever you are, just be aware of, that guy's aware, just be aware of this is what's happening. Now you can sleep through the whole thing and just ignore it, as most people do, okay? But you won't get the advantage. And being energetically aware means having the energetic edge, and it's a big edge, let me tell you. It's a big edge because when you're holding large amounts of high vibration energy in your energy field or in your energy frequency, that affects everything. It affects the way you feel every day. It affects the way people relate to you. It affects whether good things happen to you or not, whether you're, quote, lucky or unlucky. What is luck anyway? Luck is the ability to attract good things that happen over and over that you don't know how it happened. That's really what it is. When you say somebody's lucky, you don't know how it happened. It just kind of happens. But in the energetic worlds, you understand how that happens, because you recognize that we're not limited to what we see and feel and hear. There's so much more going on, but I'll leave that for another video. So just to wrap up here, be energetically aware this week. If you have any questions about this, you can go ahead and feel free to let me know about that. And I'll just say one other thing here. Friend of mine just walking by here. Great. So the point is, hold on one second, let me tell this guy something. 2 minutes. Two. So just wrapping up here, recognize that we're in an energetic time here. These next 7 days, be your best. Challenge yourself to be the best that you can be. Push yourself to be exemplary in everything that you can think of. Write a list of what you need improvement on. This is the time for you to shine, and then culminating in a week from today, doing a spiritual practice as much as you can, as long as you can, to take advantage of all the energy that's available here. So if this has been of help, go ahead and say hi in the chat, and any questions that you have, go ahead and let me know. And those of you who are new to my work, there's a link here that you can go where I show you. I have a whole video on how to be unstuck. So I go through a whole video exercise on how to become unstuck, how to get your energy moving. So go ahead and take a look at that. It's the link that says energyawarennesstraining.com/get-unstuck. So it should be here in the on the side here. And if you're not, again, energyawarennesstraining.com/get-unstuck. And that's a great video. It's free. It'll help you move the energy. Okay? All right. This is Glenn Ackerman, Energy Awareness Training, coming to you from a beautiful Earth Cafe as the sun's going down. And we'll be talking to you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Bye for now.